Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I managed to do a painting that was completely different from the one that I set out to do. If you enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and let's get on with it. So today I have my usual palette of water mixable oils, titanium white, cad yellow light, raw sienna, raw umber, French ultramarine blue, sap green, and alizarin crimson. But I also have another palette of color. Since I'm painting roses today, I decided to see how many pinks and reds I could mix up just using alizarin crimson. And in the middle here I have raw alizarin crimson straight from the tube. Then I've mixed it with French ultramarine blue. Then I've mixed it with raw umber. Sorry about my dog snoring in the background then. And then I've taken each of these central mixtures, mixed them with titanium white, and this is how they come up on this side. And then I've taken a little of this color, mixed it with white again, and in this case a little yellow to see if I got a nice creamy mixture. Titanium white down here, and then I thought maybe I'll put a pop of cad red in there, cadmium red, and I mixed each of these right hand colors with cad red, and these are the colors that I came up with. So I'm hoping my roses will be vibrant. I'm going to paint in my background using French ultramarine blue, cad yellow light, and titanium white, and some sap green. So I scrubbed on a lot of color using my old bristle brush. That's great for getting paint on the canvas and really getting it into the fiber of the canvas. And now I'm going to use the same brush after I've rinsed it out, and I'm going to put on titanium white. I'm going to start with the lightest up here. Got a lot of water in my brush. I'm going to take my fluffy makeup brush, and I'm going to swirl, starting in the lightest areas first, and just blend that in with a circular swirly motion just to soften. I'm going to do a posy, and so I'm going to use raw sienna and a round, and I'm going to just sort of sketch in the stalks. That's good enough for now. Things change. I've got the door open and I'm on a flight path, but it's a lovely day today. It's been quite cold here lately, and today is just lovely. Nice spring day. But you can hear the aircraft going over. So I think this one, maybe we'll see the bottom of it. So we'll put the sepals. We'll show the sepals. I'm just going to sketch those in where they are. Maybe it's actually a bud more than an actual full rose. We'll make it a bud. Now I'm going to start off by putting the center of each rose in, using the darkest of the colors that I mixed for each. I'm going to use this one. Put this one down here. And this straight alizarin crimson we're going to put on here, and I might put that on the base of the bud too. I think I'll put another bud here. I might put one here. I can't help laughing at Tommy. He is a very active sleeper. He runs a lot in his sleep. He's chasing squirrels, I think, because we have squirrels in our bottlebrush tree that torment the life out of him. 2 buds and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roses. That's good. Now I don't want these roses to be too big, so I'm using a 1/2 inch flat. I usually, when I do petals, I usually use a 3/4 inch flat. So I'm going to start off with the row that was mixed with raw umber. The planes are coming in thick and fast today. I don't know why. Must be something happening in town. So that was this one, I think. So I'm calling this my mid-tone. That's this one. I don't want anything too big. And then I'm going to move to something a little lighter. I don't think I like this creamy colour on the end, so I think I'm going to ignore that. And I'm putting in petals in the centre. And I use like a sideways swipe to show petals that are closer to me, that I really only see the tops and the backs of. So that's a good start. So now I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to make it face in this direction. And I'm using the middle one, which was alizarin crimson mixed with ultramarine blue. So this is what I'm calling my mid-tone. Too much water in my brush. I'm going to put in the petals to show up. Doing that sideways swipe. These 4, oh, this was going to be my bud. So I'm going to use this sort of hot pink on my bud. And I'm going to use this even hotter pink, or less hot pink, bluish pink on this one. I like that. I'm going to do these 3 using, they were straight alizarin crimson, so I'm going to be using this row of colours. And this one looks straight on. So where am I? Here we go. And Tommy's not paying any attention. I'm sorry, he's just going to continue snoring. I'll do that with this one. I'm going to have it looking up in that direction. Using these colours. I think actually I'm going to change this one to be the rose that you see from the back. And I'm going to use, which ones did I not use? I think I've used that row and this row mostly. I'm going to try this one. So you won't see the center of the rose. All right, so that's got my basic roses in. I'm going to make a pale pink for these. To pull it in. And I'm curving my brush a little more. For these pink ones. And not all the colour is left, but little bits of it peep through, and that's the important thing, that you get little snatches of colour peeping through. I'm using a round and I'm going to work on the stems and the sepals. I'm going to put in, this is the bit that becomes the, what do you call it? The rose hip that carries the seed. And then the sepals are the parts that curve around the top of the rose. And protect it until it becomes opened. So we need to show that pod. Well, as you can see, it was all working nicely. I had some lovely subtle pinks in there. I was very pleased with the way it was going, but I don't know whether I got tired listening to my dog snoring and the planes going over. I don't know what it was, but I suddenly lost it all. I'm going to put some darker ones in first. And I ended up wiping out a few of the roses. They come in this direction. I'm still going well at this point. I've added a few lights. My roses are building up. They're looking really pretty. And I'd added some leaves, which I'd forgotten. So I'm going back to putting some lighter petals. This is where it all began to go wrong. Because this is the point where I lost my delicate pinks under a mass of titanium white. I don't know what I was thinking. I think the roses are very pretty, but I do seem to have lost my subtle pinks and sort of lilac-y mauves in there. And I don't know how I lost my concentration. But I've got to say they're pretty roses, just not the ones I intended. It gets worse. I really like that kind of hot pink. If only I had stopped there. That really livens it up a lot, doesn't it? Uh-oh. From here it turned into a hot pink mess. I'm going to put straight I have to say, I had to do something about it. Stems. And I'm not sure about this rose here. I think it might look better if it were smaller and maybe facing differently. So I'm going to take my cloth and sort of erase this bit. And down there. And I'm going to take some glue and scrub it in here. To get water flicked on that one. And perhaps what I do what I'll do is put some leaves in here. I've got ultramarine blue and sap green mixed. And you know what? I'm not keen on that one either. I just think it would look better not there. Maybe most of it. Maybe mix the pink in and put some leaves there too. Please excuse any barking. A flock of ducks has invaded the lawn and my dog is not too happy with that. All right. I think that looks a little better. I want to darken up these stems in some places. going to put a little twiggy thing here. All right, I think that I need to put some light and colour on the leaves and work on the stems a little more, and I think that'll be it really. Using straight alizarin. And I know I've gone over with other colours, but my theory is that everything sort of peeps through the different layers. So you get a sort of richer tapestry of colour. That's my theory. I don't know what that is. It's just a little colour there on a leaf. I think I need even darker alizarin, ultramarine and raw umber. It's your darks that show up your lights. Well, nothing of that original picture is left. I wonder if I should just leave it and say, okay, well, that's it. Or if I should go in and try to get that colour back. I think I'm just going to say, you know, what the heck, this is how it came out. Because I kind of liked the result, but it wasn't what I was aiming for, and it just is like completely not what I wanted to do. You know, I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'll try again tomorrow. I'll spray my tray of colour with water and put a paper towel on top of it and keep it, because it is water mixable oils and it will be fine tomorrow. And I'll give it another shot and try and come up with some roses or flowers maybe that use all the colours that I mixed so carefully. That's what I'll do.